I'm delighted to be standing with someone who is source of inspiration, and he brings light by the grace of his guru and of course his sustained devotion and dedication. And I'm so delighted to be talking to Swami Mukundananda Saraswati ji after such a long time again. And today is a very special day, as I was mentioning to you. One, in the field of cricket, T20, there was an interesting match. India could beat Pakistan. It was a very adventurous match. And also, today is a historic day, third time in a row, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has taken oath. With these two references, I come to victory and the meaning of victory in our lives, because that is something which is universally applicable and relevant for all of us.
Namaste, Ashok Vyas ji. Yes, I remember about a decade ago when I had visited the ITV studios. Congratulations to all the Indians on today's victory. That is definitely very exciting. As regards the government's third term, well, as a spiritual leader, my only prayer is that whichever government comes, they move this country forward. We all want to see India rise to its full potential and to promote the Indian culture, heritage, the real treasure in our Indian civilization. So wishing this government a very wonderful and successful third term. Now you're talking about success. It is very thrilling. But then defeat or failure is equally demotivating and depressing. So these both, they come in sequence. And from spiritual wisdom, we realize that both of them are imposters. The real success that we want is to do the best that we can do, to be the best that we can be. So this is the inner success. And sometimes in failure one succeeds, in success one fails. So the real champions are the ones who are running their own race and seeing that, did I do the best that I could? Now that is the success that is worthwhile, which leads to inner growth, which leads to development of character.
brings a lot of questions to my mind. And then you said the role that you are performing, you to do that to the best of your ability or potential, if I say. Now, that means we need inner clarity about what is it that I should be doing at any given point of time. And if I bring that reference to your life from IIT, Premier Institute of India, to intense devotional path. So that transition was also a process of evolution of your inner clarity. If I put it that way, will that be correct?
We all come in this world with a certain destiny. So I did not realize it while I was studying, but there was a destiny that was waiting for me. And when the time came, the switch just flipped, and I just decided that I am the soul, not the body. This became very clear to me. And it did not stop there. The soul is a part of God. This also became very clear. So I said, then now, what I want, true joy, will come in the service of God. Consider this example, Ashok Vyas. The hand is a part of the body. So when the hand serves the body, it receives nourishment by itself. It doesn't need to think, how do I take care of myself?
Beautiful.
And if the hand cuts the relationship and says, why should I keep serving the body? 50 years have gone by, cut me off. It can't sustain itself. In material consciousness, the souls in this world have their consciousness cut from God. And they're trying to find joy but not succeeding. So it was His grace that I developed faith that the real joy which I am seeking, the real love, the real knowledge will come in His loving service. So I dedicated myself.
I think the way you have said it, I have never heard it like this, and it makes so much sense. And I think many of those who are listening would also relate to it. Swami, allow me to request you to share the presence of Guru Kripaluji Maharaj in your life and the growth of devotion towards Lord Krishna, how that came about.
It all started in grade 8 when a meditation book came in my hand and I started meditating. So I used to meditate on the formless, I used to meditate on stilling my mind, etc. Then subsequently, when I was in college and took to the Bhagavad Gita, that was when Krishna Bhakti came in my heart. And after a few years of that, I was with different teachers, different saints, traveling through India, Bharatvarsh. And then that quest brought me in touch with Kripaluji Maharaj. What I saw in him was an ocean of divine wisdom and an ocean of divine love or bhakti. So I said, oh my God, these are the things that I want. He has already got it. So I need to surrender to him. So he teaches me how to reach there. That is how I connected myself.
And just to be brief, when you do not have Guru in the physical form, how that transition affects a disciple, and in your case, you still probably have palpable feel of him guiding you.
Yes, absolutely. The Guru continues to live in his instructions, in his graces. The relationship is completely tangible. Just like our relationship with God depends on our level of surrender. There is no shortage of His love. If we increase our surrender, our love, we'll receive more grace from there. Likewise, the Guru's grace is still available. So I was so blessed to have 2.5 decades of his personal, intimate association, and now it's time for me to give back, to take his instruction on my head and to do what would be pleasing to him.
Yeah. And I respect the time, paucity of time. So last question, Nitya Nutan or a Navneet. Lord Krishna is lover of butter, and so there is a ever newness associated even when you chant his name, etc. But that is not the experience of many devotees. They, sometimes they feel that it is a little boring, so they don't come to satsang, etc. Now, looking at the work that you have, body of your work in the form of books or lectures and wonderful videos on social media, etc. So there is a sustained flow of the newness with respect to your devotion. What is it that we can do to be somewhere in that direction?
See, Sri Krishna, Bhagavan, his devotion is Nitya Navaiman. So Shankaracharya says, Dine Dine Navam Navam Namami Nanda Sambhavam. And Sri Krishna, you look at him and then you close your eyes and look, oh my God, more beautiful than before. Then you close and look, oh, even more beautiful. But the question is then why is that Navinata, that ever freshness not coming in our perception? It's like a jaundiced patient whose tongue has become defective, saying, why is the sweetness of this sharbat not coming in my experience? The defect is of the senses, right? So likewise, we have to cure the defect of Maya. Now, in regard to the freshness that you find in the messages, that is my job. My job is to market the Supreme and to make him attractive to the souls of the world. So keep on trying to find new ways so that they keep getting enchanted and encharmed by his message.
Then how do we develop love for God? This is the question in everyone's mind. There is a God. We are told to love Him. But how do you develop love for Him? Suppose you were walking on the street and you found a ring. You looked at it suspiciously. Nowadays there is artificial jewelry, maybe worth $20. Who cares? Nevertheless, you pocketed it. Next day you went and got it checked by a goldsmith. Maybe, who knows, sir, can you value this ring? He looked at it, he said, 24 karat gold. This is worth $2,000. $2,000, I just found it on the street, it's really something. A few days went by and your uncle came from Seattle and he happened to be a jeweler. He said, Uncle, what is the value of the stone in this ring? He said, my child, where did you get this from? It's worth 200,000. Uncle, don't joke with me. I'm not joking. Sell it to me for 175,000. Now you believe it is worth 200,000. You have fallen in love with the ring. When you see it with yourself, it's like possessing 200,000. Say, yippee, my problem solved. Clear the house mortgage now. Pay off the car loan and all the other loans. So the ring is the same. The person is the same. The vision is the same. When the understanding was that it's worth $20, the love was to the same extent. When the understanding became it is worth $2,000, the love grew to the same extent. And when the understanding became it is worth $200,000, now the love hit the roof. How did the love grow? Did you do Tratak meditation on the ring without batting an eyelid? Did you awaken your Kundalini through the various chakras? Or did you do a havan? Or did you do a japa? $200,000 ring, $200,000. All you did was your intellect got convinced on the value of it. So the Ramayana says, Jane binu na hui paratiti, binu paratiti hui nahi priti. If you do not know God, how will you have faith in Him? And without faith, how will you develop love for Him? So how will you get to know God? Either you are such a super genius that you sit down and say, I'll know Him by my own intellectual analysis. Which is impossible. Your intellect itself is material. So the other option is to read in the books. And the books are so complex. Again the intellect says, oh my God, it's so difficult. But it becomes easy when the saints churn those sacred scriptures and bestow the nectar like ambrosia to us. So hearing, we get to appreciate the personality of God, which results in faith and grows our devotion. This hearing which Sri Krishna is talking about will remain at the highest level as well. The highest level of Krishna devotees are the gopis. In the Gopi Gita, they say, Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kalibhiriditam karma shapaham shravana mangalam srimadatam bhuvi grinhanti te bhuri rajana. O Sri Krishna, your katha, narrations of your pastimes, are like tremendous nectar to our heart which burns in longing for you.
So last question, Swami, and that is because it is a sort of conflict in many people's mind. They feel that what Bhagavad Gita is teaching us is to go away from desire, so have no desire. That is one side. But then as we began talking about victory, so if you do not have the desire to be victorious, then will you be working with full potential and would be devoting all that you have to be victorious?
Desires are the source of all misery. And that is why the moment you give up desires, you become like God. Yo na kamayate kinchit brahma bhuyaya kalpate. But giving up desires is only half the story. The second half is developing positive desires. God did not create us to become like stones. He created us so we have the finest and most noble of aspirations. So the devotee multiplies desire a millionfold in the right direction. Says, "Oh Sri Krishna, when will I have your divine darshan?" That kind of longing has to be ignited. So this comes when the intellect decides it's not wrong to seek happiness. But the happiness I am seeking is in the wrong place. I am chewing the chewed and hoping to get bliss out of it. The Anand Sindhu, ocean of bliss, is out there.
Wonderful. So Krishna Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranat Klesh Nashai Govindaya Namo Namah. I express my joy, happiness, and we are grateful that we have Swami Mukundananda Saraswati, Mukundanandaji with us. And when we have someone like you, there is inductive effect, and others also have those vibrations of the love of Lord Krishna. So thank you very much, Pranam.
Namaste Ashok Vyas. My heartiest best wishes to your channel because of my long association with ITV. Wishing you keep thriving and serving the community.
So at this point, I'll also mention that I have started a YouTube channel called HerambaStudio, which is exclusively focused on spiritual and devotional programs.
Okay.
Seeking your blessings for that.
Best wishes for your
HerambaStudio.
noble venture, HerambaStudio. All right.
Thank you.
Namaste.
अन्ये त्वेवमजानन्तः श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणा. Translation: there are still others who are unaware of these spiritual paths, but they hear from others and begin worshipping the Supreme Lord. By such devotion to hearing from saints, they too can gradually cross over the ocean of birth and death.